Just to make it extra Irish, I have my own potato. That'll be involved in today's tutorial. Shall I just talk about Ireland for the next couple of minutes?
You're not dating anyone right now?
No, I mean, I don't know how to date.
You don't know how to date. How old are you?
23.
23.
I'm almost 24 though, guys.
Okay, almost 24.
23 and 3/4.
Okay, and you haven't really dated yet?
Well, that makes me sound like I've never.
Well, have you?
I don't date.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's what's that for?
That is just tape.
There's a little sort of
That's
wooden.
when I hold up. Here's a talk show secret for you. So when I hold up the album, I know where to put it.
Such a pro.
Isn't that something?
The magic.
These are the tricks of the trade.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. But yeah, it's to go back to your non-question.
Yeah, to my non-question. Yeah.
It goes, if I can remember it. It's Saoirse with an R, not Saoirse with an R, because Saoirse with an R goes or not R. It's sh instead of E. Simple as can be. See Saoirse.
Very good.
I'm not into the whole let's go out for dinner.
Yeah.
See, I don't even know how to talk.
Yeah. Well, but what if somebody said, let's go out to dinner?
I wouldn't know what to do.
You'd say yes or no is what you do.
Ask me out on a date.
No, I'm married. I'm not going to ask you.
No, I know, but it's not real.
I won't.
Okay, I'll ask. This is how uncomfortable I would make someone.
All right, I'll do it.
You've not met Oprah?
Never.
Oh, wow.
I've been in the same room as her. Well, when she made the speech at the Globes.
Oh, yeah, you were there for the
Which was
speech.
so brilliant.
Yeah, and everybody wanted her to be president after
Oprah
that,
for
but you
president.
never got to meet her.
Never got to meet her.
Well, I think that's
Maybe when
something.
I vote for her.
Yeah. Are you allowed to vote here in the United States?
I don't know, actually. I don't know. Am I? I'm not a resident here.
Oh, then no way.
So no. Not now.
Not anymore.
Now you're not.
No, this is probably going to be your last Oscars because you're not going to be able to get back in here.
Probably. This has become this big sort of commercial hit, and just, I don't know, just the way young people in particular have reacted to it is amazing. Like, girls coming up to you kind of going, oh, I feel like somebody gets me now, you know? Oh. So it's really nice. Yeah, everyone's calling their mum after the film because they feel so guilty about being horrible to them when they were younger.
Hey, do you want to have dinner sometime?
You're married, Ellen.
Oh, you set that up.
I'm going to tell Portia.
All right.
Is me doing an interview and being in the foreground of this camera shot, kind of going, oh yeah, it's just so great to be here. And my mum was in the background, and she had this dress that had a sort of like long train, and George Clooney was stood on the train, and he didn't realise. So my mum had like never been on a red carpet before, and she's in the background while I'm kind of going, oh, the Oscars are great. And she's like, I was like, Mum, it's doing really well. Let's go see it with a real audience. It's probably going to be sold out, but we'll just go and see if we can wingle our way in there. So I got us tickets to like a 4 o'clock screening or something like that in LA. I was like, keep your head down. There's posters everywhere. It's been sold out. You know, the film's doing well, all that sort of stuff.
Let's find you someone. Because
Great.
at some point you're going to have to date. You're beautiful and you're funny and you're smart.
You're
and
asking me out on a date right now.
I am married. Now stop it.
Okay. He's like, yeah, excuse me. George, excuse me. And she keeps tapping him on the shoulder and he like won't turn around. And then it gets like more and more aggressive. So she's like, George, and he won't turn around. And then eventually he just sort of like, you know, goes away. And she came up to me afterwards and she was like, you'll never believe what just happened to me. You'll never believe what George Clooney just did to me. You know, the film's doing well, all that sort of stuff. We go into the cinema. There's a total of 6 people in there, all on their phones. Nobody was interested at all. I was like, just keep your head down, keep your head down. We go to the back, and there was this girl that was like texting for the first 10 minutes of the film. And I was like, get off your phone. Then her friend turns up late for the film.
Honestly say, Timothy or Colin?
I know both of those people.
It doesn't matter if you know them. Play the game.
Colin's way older than Timmy.
Yes, he is.
Colin's way older, so Timmy.
So Timmy.
Yeah.
All right. Timmy or Harry?
Oh, that's tough.
I know.
Mother and I were out in the main area, just outside the auditorium, where there is a bar. Mm-hmm. Weren't necessarily having a drink at that time, but we were chatting away to everyone. You know how it is. Well, we're going to be doing it in a in a week from now.
Yeah.
But everyone's chatting away outside, and it's very exciting and stuff. And everyone sort of started to queue up to go in, but we thought, like, oh, we've got loads of time, we can just chat away to everyone. But she loved it. She loved it, and I think the other 6 people loved it. That is tough.
It's a fun game.
Harry's very good in Dunkirk, I have to say.
Yeah, he's very talented.
See, I don't know Harry Styles. I don't know what he's like.
Well, let me tell you what
you like him, don't you?
I like him, and I know him, and he's very funny and very smart as well. So.
Let me stick with Timmy because, you know, even if it's just a platonic relationship, I think we can have a nice companionship together. But we thought, like, oh, we've got loads of time, we can just chat away to everyone. And then all of a sudden we hear someone say, and now the 88th Academy Awards. And they, like, locked the door.
Oh.
And we were outside and we had to run in and we almost missed the opening monologue. And we, like, barely made it in.
Because your mother needed a drink.
Because I think I needed a drink,
Oh, you
but yeah.
needed a drink.
So that he really did get.
Quite right about that.
He got that really tattooed.
He did, yeah.
But that's your handwriting.
That's my handwriting.
So
yeah.
you wrote it on him. And did you mean...
I wrote it, no, I was very, very nervous about it, so I practiced for about half an hour before they actually tattooed it on.
And that's what you came up with?
You know what I mean? Like, we're very compatible as companions. And I don't know, and Harry's on the road a lot, and, you know, it's very stressful being with someone.
You're so bad at this game. Okay, really, you're not going to ever date. Let's see, Timothy?
They're basically all, yeah, we smooched a lot.
Right.
Late
Is it
first,
true that
so
you encouraged him to get a fake ID during the shooting of that film?
No, I would never. I would never do that. I would never.
It must have been odd for you to come to this country when back home you're legally allowed to drink it, and then
At
all
like
of a sudden...
12, yeah. Yeah. And there was a version of her doing it when she was probably like 80, and it's just a freeze-frame photograph of her with a cigarette and a glass of whiskey, like leaning against a piano, and she's just going like, everybody says don't, everybody says don't, and she just like sings it.
You really
and I thought
evoked
that's
that
what I should do.
Old woman with a cigarette in her hand. I really
do
got that from it.
Every time I do an old woman, I tend to
a little
do the
hand on
the hip.
Or
Yeah.
Jamie?
I don't know. I love that you're all like, oh, you've got to pick Jamie.
Well, they're into Jamie.
Jamie's married.
Yes, he is. This is a pretend game. It's not really going to happen.
Do you want me to pick Jamie just so we change Timmy's?
Let's do that.
Let's pick Jamie.
Okay, Jamie or Ed Sheeran. See what happens?
The only one that's turned away, and so I mentioned to him that people had mentioned to me in the past that you could get an ID that isn't necessarily legit,
Right,
and it may get you, and which is exactly what happened to me a few years ago. I've only used one once, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone.
What happened?
I had this thing when I moved to London at first, where I was sitting on the couch and I was like, really hungry, and I was like, I should probably go to the kitchen because that's where the food is. And I went into the kitchen and there was no food because I hadn't bought any food, and it was up to me to get the food. And I was like, oh, I guess I must go and get the food, and then I'll have to cook the food and eat the food and clean up after the food, and then I'll just do it all over again. No, here, this is different now. But, well, because when I was young, I grew up with Harry Potter. And so
him.
Daniel, Harry Potter was
okay.
who I thought I'd end up.
So we'll go to Daniel.
Harry Potter specifically, not Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh. You would pick Harry.
I thought I would pick Harry Potter.
He'd have to stay in
Radcliffe.
character the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's ironic that I'm an actor and it terrifies me so much, but it really terrifies me to pretend to be someone else in real life. And my friend, we were going into this club, and I was about like 19, 20 at the time. And she wanted to go to this really sort of cool club. She's from New Zealand. And she said, listen, I have a spare ID. She had like her passport or library card or something like that. I can do most of Kristen Wiig's sketches on SNL. So when she plays Liza Minnelli and she's trying to turn off the lamp, that would be one. Oh, I love Kendrick.
All right, Kendrick?
I love Kendrick.
Okay, Kendrick Lamar or Drake? Drake. Now we're...
Oh, that's Zach from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
Zach!
You're gonna go to Zach from Drake?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
And she was like, just take this. And I was like, but what do I say if he asks me questions? Or should I, like, do an accent? Maybe I should do an accent. So when I was in the queuing up to this club, I started coming up with, like, this backstory for Rose and kind of going, like, OK, I'm Kiwi, so I need to talk like that. And they'll ask me about my age. And so I came up with this, like, whole, like, arc for the character. And then I was like, here you go, here's my ID. And he was like, cool, yeah, go on in. And I was
Horse walks into a bar, bartender turns to him and goes, why the long face? What was the last text you sent?
I'm still doing interviews. I'm sick of the sound of my own voice. I keep talking. I need to stop talking.
Which Zach now?
I reckon Zac Efron would be like fun on a night out and like he can sing and dance and stuff.
Right.
So I think, again, he would be a fun companion to have. So Zac Efron.
So you really, really think these things through. Okay, so Zach or Jake Gyllenhaal?
It's gross. That cast is gross. If it was a real cast, it would get so hot that my arm would get very, very sweaty. And the cast, yeah, it's gross. And my cast would sort of like expand.
Yeah.
So there's like all these just filthy casts somewhere with arm sweat on them. I don't know where they are. They're probably burned.
They might be on eBay or something like that.
You have a backup awards face, do you?
Loser face.
Yeah. So if I was
I mean,
and the winner is...
When the person wins who's probably going to win, I'll be very happy for them because they deserve it. So I think I'll sort of be like...
Or Chris Martin?
Chris Martin is a wonderful performer.
Yes.
He's a great performer. I think him and the band work very well together. He'd write a song about me.
Yeah.
If things went well,
Yeah.
I like the idea that he'd write a song. So Chris, probably.
Okay. I
Christopher.
feel like I'm talking to a 70-year-old woman. I feel like...
I'm literally... I say all the time, I'm like a 45-year-old.
You are. I almost said 45.
Yeah.
But
You went up.
I went up from there.
I truly love Disneyland.
Oh, you love Disneyland?
So much. And I had honestly, I had one of the best days of my life there.
When was that?
It was for my 21st birthday when I was legally able to drink in America.
That's the place to go when
And
you
I
want
went
to
to Disneyland and I couldn't drink for the
get
whole
good and
day.
hammered is Disneyland.
Yeah, it was like, oh, a cupcake.
You can't do that face. That face is like...
Does that look really, like, disingenuous?
Well, it's kind of like... It's sort of like not bobbed.
The clap as well, just like one hand.
Yeah, it's like one dead hand and the other one just flopping in it. You can't clap your shoulder. Or just a kind of a little thumbs up to camera.
But like a very limp. Oh, I ended with Bruno! That was a long game.
All right.
That was very long.
All right. Bruno, come on out. No. What if we had him ready?
Imagine if you had all of them backstage.
Yeah, and they were waiting to see.
Waiting to see
Yep.
who got picked.
Just lined up. We have the camera just panning.
So awful.
Yeah. No, he's not here, but he will be. But he's got a girlfriend also.
Awesome. And Timothy Chalamet, who's on the show tonight for his other movie
Our
as well.
rival.
His rival movie, yeah.
Our catchphrase, rival.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant his rival movie. I'm like, yeah.
That too.
I'm not going to see his movie until
Our enemy.
Until he comes out, and then we'll just talk about how great he was.
Because I was on film sets more than anything else, I sort of thought, will I ever have any friends? And I do, and it's fine. Saoirse was grand, but you know, at the time it's sort of like, but will it ever happen for me? And yeah, and it's the biggest thing in the world. So probably.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you
I have some friends now. Again, you know, companionship is fine. Like, even just a friendship, I'm fine with. Even if we just, like, email, we have a correspondence.
Okay, we'll get that happening.
They're all awing me. They're, like, taking pity on me in the audience.
They're not taking pity. They don't understand you. The awe is, oh, who is she? Like, what
is going
decade
on
does she live in?
He's
He's like a different actor in both movies.
I know.
Which is what actors do, I guess. But then,
Good actors, yeah.
Good actors
It's weird.
do, yeah.
It's like you're one person in one film and another person in another film. What's that all about?
What was that all about?
What's that all about?
Because I
What,
feel
when
I
you
should.
just go, stop? Yeah. When she does that, have I ever done? Yes, you know what? That is something that I do, or have done, and yeah. I mean, I always was very, very childish and was sort of like,
I'm just so they don't think that I like them, I'm gonna be really, really mean to them. So I'd just be really mean and be like, hiya. I wasn't as sort of charming as Lady Bird was. You used to call me on my cell phone. I know when the hotline bling. Also, Timmy had just done Call Me By Your Name, where, you know, he had all of his sexy time with Armie Hammer, and I had done stuff like that before. Not with Armie Hammer, but with other actors.
It looks awful from here, but the idea is there. Have your cup of tea, have a shortbread biscuit. There you go. Life is instantly better for you.
Já viu rico namorar pobre?